gorgeous. Yes, fuck yes, indeed. Feeling super close to you. Lucid dreaming again. I'm getting closer and closer in my lucid dream. I can feel it ticking. I'm gonna release your messages on my story just to show that, I need to get it off my mind to get it in my story to show that, like, the grammar, so that way I can just put just anchor all that timestamps in, and then I can start focusing on, like, going inward and practicing, to get to you, not, because I'm not going to do anything here, but I need to, like, now show why I've been doing this for now that he's trapped in my timeline. Now I show the evidence that, okay, 12 years ago, something happened. So, here we are in the morning. Let's continue freewheeling and talking. I think my intuition's really spot on. Like, last 2 sleeps, solid. Like, go to bed listening to my video of you. Like, this is definitely working. I have to conquer this whole money thing here. That way I can live in London the way I want to. What are the chances you have a car, that you've had a car? It just doesn't seem like you've had much independence. I'm wired to defend you. Like, I'm wired. My brain is wired to look after you. That's why I'm in such bad shape. Like, in my personal, like, scenario with my parents and, like, my own, like, work, because I felt like I failed at, I've been running after the person I was supposed to be looking after. I've been running from that whole situation for literally fucking 17 years. I finally feel like I'm not running, though, anymore. Because I know when my intuition is spot on this. played right into my hand. I mean, regardless of anything between me and you, your husband is your husband, and he works in the government. So I'm just naturally targeting people that are in power positions. So I don't know if this like this whole situation with him fell into your lap because we were meant to come together again, and then this is enabling me to do higher level work in London. And then you're also what? You can't even peek your head out like in the public realm without someone that knows what they're doing not letting you, because like you definitely don't know any of this shit like about the technology. You weren't even around computers, like, you know. He could have isolated you in that 2010, three years having the kid. You're always with the kid for 3 years. Like, you don't even need to touch a computer. You know, this is really about me, like me facing my feelings about you too. Like, I need to be doing this because I have feelings for you, and I need to know why I have them, where they come from. Like, we're all, like, all of our faces are the same, okay? I say the face is the key code because, like, your face isn't different than anyone else's face. Like, your face, your sisters, you and your sister's face are the same. Obviously, you're not twins, but you and your like neighbor's face are the same because the particles are manifesting from the environment. The physical pixels of our face come from the environment, like they just continue to recreate. It's not like they're separate from someone else's particles. So like this is what enables me to teleport and to get in between your space without having to physically be there, like my body, because I am connected to the physical space all around me. Now, it's not as easy as like explainable through like a book. And it manifests in different ways. Like, it manifests in someone coming into my digital space and then restricting me for some reason. Like, so that means like I'm having some kind of like effect with just my own story. It definitely shows that there's fear that even if you were doing this all yourself, it shows that there's fear. And like the technology I have is like if there's fear, it will creep in there the most. So then the more sleeps you have, the more you compound those thoughts. Which means like there'll be some kind of energetic shift point, like only like a week or two, a few weeks. Which leaves me to the position of now, like I have to now present my evidence. Which started this whole thing 2 weeks ago. your last official message to me was you commented to two about my filmmaking. And then, this is crazy. I feel like I'm in a life review with myself. And like, I fucking miss you like crazy. Like the whirlwind of my emotions are all connected to like you, like, and then it branches out from there. Like, I can't even like articulate anything other. Like, so if the faces are all the same, it's just the way you're around me, the way you're touching me, like the way that you know how to affirm me just through silence. See, anyone's gonna come along and love that. That's why everyone loves you. That's why everyone wants to be with you. That's why everyone wants to have sex with you. And I see your NowTimeSpace. In my perspective, I'm looking at it through like my spiritual waters already, right? Like coming back into contact after 12 years, not seeing your stuff. 10 years. All I see is the original blueprint that we were when we met. See, when I look back at our pictures, we're 1920 or 2021, whatever. It's not like I'm looking at a 19-year-old. I'm looking at the perspective of ourselves after we do Shivambu for 7 years. Like, literally. So, I wouldn't have been able, like I said, I'm already popped through that area of where I would have died on the replay. I wouldn't have been able to find this whole path if it ended so abruptly like that. Like, what a fucking trauma end to one of the greatest romances ever. Like, see, we're talking about filmmaking at the end, and we've never processed the fact that it was a film and video that kind of broke us up. Like, I'm also like, as a kid, I'm like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, in the basement with my video camera. Kind of being fucking nutty with the camera. Like, just like being playful with the camera, like just like goofing around. You're just a reflection of my other self. Technically, having you in my presence would commit me to all the environment that you're in, because your body's full of the environment. If you're not committing towards like the energy between us, it would make me feel sad if I saw you in pain or whatever, and I couldn't do anything because your situation wasn't allowing it. Like, I have to be there in the environment some type of living plan in order for there to be some type of portal for us to even have a chance at potentially reconnecting. Because if I don't reconnect with you the next few years in a living arrangement situation, like we might as well just never even friggin' see each other. Because I then would never even really ever come back to London. Like if I'm going up north, I'm going to London. So like I always knew that, and that's why I think I've been stuck down here. Is like I'm trying to get up north, but like I can't see why I can't get up there. Like so now I'm kind of put myself. I feel like I'm there, and then kind of this energy with you comes back. So processing that now, just on my story. Just look through your messages. Like I'm kind of upset with myself. I didn't keep all your messages, but I know I have a whole bunch. Hey Drew! Exclamation point. Man, it's just like looking at the messages makes me feel so sad. Like a fucking, like you're in here. Like ever since like Cancun, I've never been able to touch you. How's this work? Like I literally have been lost in the trauma of that event since that event. Oh man. I don't like I'm not like this is terrible. This is what it does. I can't even lay down like with a woman like just the thought of laying down with a woman makes me somewhat have anxiety. How do I work through this? That's why I just have to take the thought of even laying down with anyone off the plate. Like, I think that's just like part of the Shiva energy. And if it's gonna happen, it's only with you as lovers, like on a penthouse in fucking London. Like, that energy's gotta be like. What are you gonna do? Like, I don't want to sit around. Like, how do I peek through this? I'm gonna have to present your messages now. To think that you're being abused in this relationship, like, has me like so fuming inside, like that I can't do it. Like I'm so far away, like, and then I didn't see it all that time ago, and then there's all this now a decade of abuse. Like, I'm just like, fuck. I feel somewhat like I think I know why I've been abusing myself. Like, it's come to light. I went back and looked at like all the NHL players that are from London. It's a weak list. Much weaker than I anticipated when I started to go looking at it. It's a weak list. I mean, it looks like an easy list to get everyone to come to the center with. I mean, even Joey Thornton representing London. So I gotta make sure that like, I'm staying confident and like literally only fucking I can only talk this shit about with you. Like, I don't know, like nobody's gonna fucking understand. I love you so much. I'm so sorry. I never fucking told you all this shit this whole time. So you think I know that you think I just fucking sweep through London and just never look back and like I'm out in America fucking having a great time. Like, I know that's what it's perceived. That's why like I have to be somewhat thoughtful and skilled with how I reapproach you, because I know that I maybe caused some like pain there, but like it was matched in my ability to just fucking even like I'm a kid too, like with all this trauma, like how do I even talk about this shit? I mean, I didn't lay down with a woman more than a couple nights. Like, I start shaking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, and like, I can't even get out what I feel before they're like, what the fuck? Let alone try living with someone. Hmm. I'm gonna have to start like doing some deep breathing exercises, sessions. Maybe even soon, like today, and show you and record it on here. Just channel all my energy toward just the image of that last picture of you. And just, fuck it, I'm just gonna practice. So, because technically I have an addiction of looking at women and like them rejecting me, like telling me I'll never fuck them. That I'm now the girl that gets fucked. Like, so there has to be some type of glitch out there because of this whole situation. So if I do the breathing, do my yoga knowledge teacher voice awareness of like just taking myself through a session while literally only focusing on your image. Now I'm connected to NowTimeSpace key code of the air, breath. You're breathing the air, I'm breathing the air. And all I'm connecting with is the key code that is the mirror to me. Now I can get all through the breathing patterns in my like belly. My intestines move up all that circulation. Now I'm not stuck in one place. So we're gonna go do something today. We're gonna do something like that today. Breathing session right in the middle. I'm not okay with him deleting me from your accounts. If you're doing that, fine. If he's doing that, I'm not okay with that. Regardless of what happens sexually, like, we're friends. Like, I fucking sacrifice a lot for that city. And I understand that trauma's deep there, like, so I'm not sitting here with any animosity. But like, this is a government London official, and he's in your home, and like, we went through what we went through. This makes me even more intuitive that like, yeah, this shit is way more shadier, probably than I could probably even comprehend right now. You know, I even went back, looked at the roster a little bit, go looking through things like, there's like fucking, it's like a black hole. It's nothing. London personalities, it's literally, you got Carter, Dowdy, but they're not like, they can't bring the city together. You got Thornton, he's not doing it, gonna do it. You got Krusty, but it's just way that no way that can't happen now. And you got Dylan, which he has too much on his shoulders, and he's not skilled to be some type of public speaker figure. You got Civi, but they don't give him any kind of power. They don't even give him any power. Like, and he's working on the outside with this, doing his own thing. So if they give him a microphone, he could step right in. So that's me. I come in, just fucking steal a microphone from everyone, and then now I can start handing it around. I do want to cry, thinking that you're in a bad situation with your boys. See, that's why native cultures, like the men are all kind of tribal, and then the women are all like huddled in a group. The men can't even really access them, and like they don't even really have like single marriages is good. Like the women are kind of like their own little fucking nest, and that's how they keep the lineage of like the thoughts in place. Like we're being somewhat taken over, like thrown into houses, automated food and assembly lines, now robots. Now we sit here and just get consumed and not move. So this is why the series helps me, because I don't need to contact you like this, because the issue that our relationship was, the issue I didn't run after you, is because I'm not living in London. And I know that. I'm like, well, I run after her. I'm not living in London. Like, then I leave anyway. I was like, here's a break point, and I saw it right in front of me. It was a fucking accident, fluke. But then I tell you all that stuff about it. Like, how you feel about that? Like, do you think I picked her over you, but you don't know that I, love you. So then, like, but then I tell you I love you. Oh yeah, right. What do my actions show? So then, like, it's like and remember, I'm the filmmaker already, right? Like, and then we're talking about, we would have already talked about film a little bit, and then we talk about it on the phone when I'm in Rochester, because I would have already been into it back then. Like, it is inevitable that our energies would come back together, because remember, I'm not a hockey player like occupation. I'm a kid out there. Like, and the kids turn into the occupation. And the SCHL is a NHL grooming factory. So then, and we're meeting because I'm like somewhat center ice in the womb. So because you have two boys, there's going to be a natural balance there with us, because I won't, like, if you, and then your sister has no kids. So then there's like this whole energy thing going on where, like, we both have a friend in this, and like Like we both are and we're lovers. Cause like, I need your sister. I need your sister as my friend. Like I need that to heal. Like my brother, sister in law, like fucking like hates me, ravishes like my whole relationship with my brother. Like fucking like doesn't want me even near her kids. So like that would be the balance of like why like I've almost like felt the similar as soon as I met you I felt the similar way with my brother's wife as I do with your sister, and I always felt like that was a credit to my healing because I'm not in like okay good I'm not that doesn't mean I'm not looking to like bang around and share everything, share stories. So like coming full circle like in our later lives, like getting through 2 3 adult stem cell rotations, 2 replays. I would say in the third replay would probably be a average time point we could see each other come back together. Because naturally I'm going to end up back in London. It's just been way fucking down the line for me. So I would naturally have fucking looked at you, looked back at you. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm so powerful. If I start living in London, I'm just going to run into you. Like, I know it. Like it'll be at a grocery store. And if I'm coming back to London, I'm coming back to like network. So it'd be only a matter of time, right? Like he's gonna have to, even if I wanted to play this where I never reach out to you and I just so I can start my campaign up there, he's gonna have to battle. Like all I have to do is timestamp this message I want to send to you, right? Like, and like just get it out there in the pipeline, like in my story even, and then it's said. I can always show you this is what I was at when it was at. Now I come back into town, do the whole thing, and whenever we do end up connecting and we get some private time, I can get you up to speed on like, yo, listen, girl, here's the fucking my love movie, Remember the filmmaking stuff? Well, the filmmaking is you. You're my film. It's us together. Projector and the screen. You're the projector on the screen. You would just fucking love my first chakra. Like, I'm so glad that I have the bush feeling now because it's all yours. You're gonna love the bush. You know, my dick's so big, the bush is like such a compliment, especially for your little hands, your little petite hands. Hold you, wrap my arms all around you on my legs. You just breathe into nothingness. Just let go of your breath. Wow. I feel you. It's so far down the time road, 12 years, like, you could see it in your face, like, there's no, like, sexual expression there with your husband. Like, I'm not even worried. Like, I am, like, see, I just want to fucking bust, like, this is the feeling of, like, I want to reach you. Like, you're not getting love made to you. So I'll make love to you in your dreams. Come back in your dreams. Now this is my experiment, just always having you in my mind's eye. What's going to happen? Like this is the test, like of love. Like, can I love you without seeing you? Because it's spot on. I look around every woman, I see you first. You know, technically I'm on my journey in the OHL. I'm on my own. Like the mother stuff doesn't replay until later in the first cycle. Then I meet a lady from Albany when I could have came back to London that summer and just lived in London. Would have had a contract with Boston that summer. Boom. We start dating again right there. I go run away with this Albany chick thinking I'm going to go, like, bring her to my mom in Lake George. Like, and it just, like, as soon as the season started, boom, it ended. And I was, like, almost, like, somewhat devastated when I was starting the season. So just in a terrible position to be playing, like, in my frame of mind. And then I ended up having a pretty decent year. Got called up. And then that's when that year I also met that girl that was abused by her stepfather. And then I got called up, and then that's when, like, that whole message with you happened. Right when I was, like, called up, sent down that whole time. So, like, I could have got called back up. So I was, like, in the zone there. And then, boom. Fake message. You're not going to even know how to reach out to me. You didn't even have pictures on your friggin' anywhere for, like, 10 years. You see, I can't even follow you, like, and look at your pictures, like, it would, send me too much into a glitch out. I think about all the women I've been with, like, the only one, like, that was really, like, my choice. Like, please you forever. The other girls I was just pleasing, but I wasn't, like, it didn't feel anything for me. Like, it was just kind of like, I'm too connected to the yoga perspective that, like, the sexual energy itself needs to be channeled through, like, the movement of, like, the asanas. Like, I could see myself doing naked yoga with a giant boner for hours. You know, like, it's weird because when I get into porn, I want to imagine white women with black men, but, like, I don't really imagine you with a black man. Like, I can't really, when I think about it, it's not something that, like, there's a force field there. The force field feels like I am the black man. Like, technically, so you're with me, you are with the black man. That's where it kind of feels more like where I'm at. I do want to show you. It's fucking big right now. Look, my dick would be another inch bigger if I wasn't circumcised. Like, picture of it for you. So you always know this picture when we see it, it was for you. It's all for you. You honestly would have gone fucking nuts on me. I mean, there's no way I wasn't gonna be staying in London like with all those energies around. Had to let it fizzle out. Now I'm an adult celebrity coming back. I could talk openly about Sarnia, openly about London. Me and Reg Thomas. He's talking about London Nationals. AJ Perry. Then we integrate all those higher ups back into Knights. And then we're going down on each other every day. You know, just think, like, I mean, I'm like, oh, well, fuck. Even like 8 years. I'll see you in 8 years from now. You know what I mean? Your kids are like much older. Now you got all the time in the world. You know, now it's only me and you. Like, you're not with your lover, obviously. You're not gonna like love with him. He's gonna want to try and put more babies into you. You know, that's why like I am somewhat responsible to at least show you the message that it could have been fake, so you can question like your intimacy with him within the next month. Try and get some to you. Yeah, because he's gonna try and put more babies into you. Now you think that he has control over the babies. So I'm just naturally gonna look out for you. Come to Florida, upload a pic. I'm here for 7 years, just meditating with. Mm-hmm. I know you know what it feels like to have me in your hand. The reason I know is because I've been on the other receiving side. Like, it is for women. Like, once there's one, there's no other. Like, I understand that. The nesting. That's why I want to return for you. The greatest love story ever. Because think about it. If I'm trying to be a politician, I mean, why wouldn't it be written this way? You're like so behind. You're like behind enemy lines. You know shit you don't even know about because nobody's asked you the questions. And I come in and start giving you a whole different perspective about the buildings around there, all the government buildings, like what they really are. Like then you're like, oh shit. Like it's got to be broken to the city like correctly though. Damn girl. I could see the way you ride me so shy. You're just having fun. exploring. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have a little moment here with myself and climax, maybe falls back to sleep, and then I'll be with you. I'm going to turn the camera off. My dick is so big right now. Man, it feels good to be held by you again. Time traveling magician.